Hi guys, thanks for watching Cooking with Hua. Today I'll be cooking Kimchi Jjigae. With the fall and winter season coming in Minnesota, this is the perfect recipe to comfort those cold winter days that are ahead of us. The list of ingredients and direction will be listed down below in the description bar. I'll be using a Korean stone pot, also known as a Delsot stone bowl. This is made of ceramic natural stoneware and can be used on the stovetop. Add in some pure sesame oil, and for the aromatics, we're going to add in some minced garlic. And this is going to bring out that wonderful garlic flavor in your kimchi stew. We're also going to add in some cut up pieces of pork belly. I do like to use pork belly because it gives it this really nice rich flavor to the kimchi stew. And if you didn't know, jjigae means stew. Continue to mix the minced garlic and the pork belly in your stone pot. Now I like using the Korean stone pot because not only is it made of ceramic natural stoneware, but it can be cooked on the stovetop and it just traps the heat in for a long time even after you remove it from the stove. This is perfect for making stews. I'll list a link below just in case you want to get one. Now make sure you season your pork belly with some salt and black pepper. And that's really important when it comes to cooking. You always want to season at every stage so then everything is completely well balanced. If you don't want to use pork belly, feel free to use some beef or just leave it out. And we're going to add in some fermented kimchi. It's really important that the kimchi you choose has been aged and is super fermented, spicy, and sour. For this recipe, don't use fresh kimchi. The best, like I said earlier, is the aged and fermented kimchi that's super sour, and they make for the best kimchi jjigae. Did you know that kimchi has some really great benefits for your body? It's actually a really great probiotic for your gut. Add in Korean gochujang, also known as Korean pepper paste. I like the color it gives the stew and also the flavor is spicy and sweet and mix everything all together. If you've never tried kimchi, I suggest you highly try it, but if I would have to describe it, I guess you could say it reminds me of sauerkraut, however with an Asian twist because it is spicy but super sour and a bit sweet. We're also going to add in the Korean pepper flakes, gochugaru. This is going to add some heat to your kimchi jjigae and also that bright red color. Now if you can't handle spicy food, you can leave it out together because we did add in the Korean pepper paste earlier. Once all the ingredients have combined well together, you're going to want to add in some chicken, beef, or vegetable stock. I didn't have any on hand, so I just went ahead and add water. I know authentically they would use dry anchovy with dry kelp and also with Korean radish that they would make a broth stock. I didn't have any in hand, so I went ahead and just used water and it's still very delicious. If you are ever in LA, you definitely want to check out BCD Tofu House. They make the best jjigae stews ever in LA. And that's where I would go for late night eats with my girlfriends. You want to make sure the stone pot comes to a boil and then we're going to add in the kimchi juice. And this is going to give your stew a punch. If you are a kimchi lover like me, you're going to absolutely love this recipe. It hits all the notes. It's spicy, it's savory, it's sour, and you can also add a little bit of sweetness if you want to add in a little bit of sugar. It just hits all the notes, and it's one of like my all-time favorite comfort foods, especially during the cold. With the fall and winter season approaching, what are some of your all-time favorite comfort foods for the winter time? Comment below and let me know. I love using a stoneware pot. It just keeps everything super hot. And there's one thing I know about Korean food. You need to have your stew super hot where it's like almost burning and scorching your mouth. Now we're going to add in the tofu. I made this recipe for my little niece and she prefers not to add an egg. But for extra protein, if you want an egg, you can add it. And I would advise adding the egg once you take the stoneware off the stove. That's just how hot the stoneware keeps. The egg will actually cook once you remove it from the stovetop. And for extra flavor, I'm just adding in some sesame oil. And once everything comes to a slight slimmer boil, you can just add some green onions on top and you're basically done. I love the presentation of Kimchi Jjigae, just that fiery red color, the color of the tofu on top of that, the green onions. It's just a beautiful display of a recipe. Now you are basically done. Just remove the Korean stone pot from the stove. You can eat the kimchi jjigae right from the pot, but I would suggest letting it cool down just a bit because it is super hot. But for me, the only way to eat it is when it's, like I said earlier, when it's scorching hot. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. All my social media links will be listed down below. I really hope you like my recipe tutorial. I really enjoy making it for you, and I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching Cooking with Hua.